Okay, I think we're live. Welcome to Shadow Board Gaming. So I got myself Steve and a good friend John online here, and we're going to chit chat and play this game, Baseball Highlights 2045. So this game is new this year, 2015, and was made by Mike Fitzgerald, published by Eagle Games, and it's an interesting game. So it's a kind of a baseball simulation game, but it's in the future, kind of the steam park era. So you have chat and play this game, Baseball Highlights 2045. So this game is new this year, 2015, and was made by Mike Fitzgerald, published by Eagle Games. Okay. Sorry about that. Had some feedback there for a second. Okay. So this game is set in kind of a different era where there's a future, and in order to make baseball more entertaining, they have changed the rules a little bit. So it is set to 6 innings games, and they've introduced robots who are offensive hitters. You still have your what we call naturals, the normal humans, and your cyborgs, which are your pitchers with robotic arms or whatever to make it exciting. So that's kind of the background, and it's pretty easy to pick and learn, and I'll explain a little bit, and we'll do a solo playthrough. So we'll be playing against AI, and John here will be bickering.
Yeah, and
there we go.
I was gonna say the one thing I definitely throw out, like, so baseball doesn't really bother me. I actually don't mind baseball. I don't get a chance to watch it much on TV, but I've always kind of liked it as a sport. The one thing I would say though is that the weird thing about this game, and there's probably a lot of people that will never believe you if you say this, but I don't feel like you actually have to enjoy baseball to be able to enjoy this game. And in fact, I think you could be completely turned off by baseball or sports or whatever and still find this game very, very enjoyable. Which I think is a pretty amazing feat, really.
Yeah, I totally concur. So I have introduced it to people who didn't like baseball, and they still don't like the game that much, like not enough to buy it, but it wasn't like horrible for them. So, but anyway. So in this game, you start off with a starting deck, and it's almost the same cards for the starting deck. In the starter set, there's 4 teams and 15 cards. 10 of the cards are exactly the same between the teams, and 5 of them are unique. And let me just show you some of these cards to give you an idea. So, yeah, here's one of the cards. And let me switch here so you can see it better. Okay. So a couple things to point out. There's a name and a team in the top left corner. The type is robot, so that might be referenced for various cards. And then you have a box here, this big box for immediate effects. And then you have a box down here for your hits, and then the speed down here in the corner. And the speed is blue for average runners, white, like here's an example of a white one, and then that's for slow. And a fast runner is this guy right here, which is red with an F. So those are the 3 types of runners we have. So in this game, it's going to be interesting. You're going to take your 15-card deck and you draw 6 cards, and each one of those cards will represent an inning. And you will play it, and you will immediately do the first effect. So if, like this one says, cancel a hit, or sometimes it might not have anything. You'll do that right away. And then what you do is you'll threaten hits. So you look down here and you say, I'm threatening an average double. And so what that means is you're going to put a base runner on home plate, and you're going to wait and let your opponent play a card. Then they're going to play the card. Their immediate effect is going to go off. And then after their immediate effect goes off, your hits will resolve. And then their threaten hits. And it's kind of it's back and forth like that. It's kind of hard to explain. It's best just to see it. So we'll run through it real quick. But I just want to show you what the cards look like.
Called in. It's just checking in. See.
So Now, in this game, I'm going to be playing against the AI. And the AI in this game, in solo mode, basically what you do is you have this giant deck of free agent cards, and they're all your, because it's a deck building game, you can upgrade your players. And so they start out with a stacked deck. And in this game, the goal is to try to win a best-of-7 series against that deck. And the cool thing is you can adjust your difficulty by how many buy rounds you have. So, for example, we'll just start playing. So here's my lineup. My 15 cards. I'm going to draw 6 of them. Instead of playing an actual game, this is going to simulate a game, because I need to upgrade my deck to even have a shot at this. Well, technically you can play without upgrading it, but it's very difficult. So, what I'm doing is I'm looking at these cards, I'm looking at this green circle up here, and that is my money. So, in this example, looks like I have, and I'll just do the math off camera here. Looks like I have 8. I have 8 money. So I will spend those cards to go into my dugout because I'm using them, and then I can buy any of these cards I want, and you have any number of buys. So, for example, this card is cost 8 in the corner. The red number in the corner is the cost, and then the green is how much this card's going to make in money later. So, I won't show you all the cards, but I'm going to look through these real quick, and actually...
So when you play against the AI, you actually get to build up your deck a little bit early on?
Yep. So you actually have a chance of winning, because otherwise you will just be destroyed.
I'm curious to see this because I like tough AIs.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do what they recommend normal, so I'm going to do 2 buy rounds. So in my first buy round, I'm going ahead and buy this one guy. It costs 8. And so when I buy this card, it goes on top of my deck. Oh, you know what? You want to do that? Yeah, I'll do that. It goes on top of my deck. We immediately replace them with another choice, and then I will draw another 6 cards. And here's my second buy round. In this example, I won't show you the cards, but basically right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 money this time. And what can I buy for 6? Okay, let's make it interesting. I'm going to buy this Beast card. So I'm going to show you this. So this is the cool thing about the game is you get some fun combos. Like this Beast card, he has no hits, his average speed, but he has an interesting ability. So he costs 4, which is the cheapest in the game. But his ability is really cool. Replace. Move from the game, this card, and replace the top card of the free agent deck. So basically what this is, it's a cheap card, and I'm going to randomly grab the top card of my deck when I play this from my hand, and it could be good or bad. We'll see what happens. So just shot in the dark. So I bought that card, put it on top of my deck. Okay, now let's play. So how this is going to work is I'm going to draw my 6 cards again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I ran out of cards in my lineup, so I'm going to shuffle my dugout and create a new lineup. So draw my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then what you can do is I will take 1 card and put it on deck and draw a card. And what that means is there are certain cards in this game that have a PH on the bottom for pinch hitting. So you can discard this card to play your on-deck card. So it's a way of setting up combos or setting defensive plays. And so I put a defensive card on there. I'll show you if it comes to fruition. So I'm hoping to save my butt against this computer early in the game. So anyway, we'll start.
Yeah, when we played it, I found that to be really interesting. Where it's like, okay, do you want to put like a home run card in there to go offensive?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to put a defensive card in there to try to foil the other person's plans? It was kind of cool.
The other thing you do too is you can put a card that gives you lots of money down there. And when you see you've got a lot of money in your hand, you can actually switch it into play and then buy an expensive card. So there's like other ways you can use it.
Yeah, of course.
Because some of these cards, and I'll show you. Let's see. Actually, this is a super expensive card. X-Ray cost
Ooh.
14. And you saw before I had 8 and 6 for money, so getting up to 14 is not an easy feat. So, okay. So to start the game, visitor starts, and I will play this card.
So you, with that one guy that you bought, Steve, you're really, really, really hoping you get a 12 or a 14 from it, right?
You know it. Knowing my luck, it won't happen. So I'm going to start the game off with this veteran. So he has a special ability called Lead Off. This is the first card you play to get a single. So this is going to be easy. I'm going to take a blue runner, and I just get a single right off the bat. So the guy doesn't have a chance to respond, I just get it. So now for the computer, now this card goes in my in-play spot, and the computer will play a card. The computer played this card. Clutch single, which does nothing, and then he's going to threaten because he needs to have a runner, a second, or a third, and right now the bases are empty. Then he has a double average speed. So I'm going to take a blue token, runner, and we're going to threaten a double. So how this works is I'm going to put this guy on home plate, meaning he's threatened. And then I have a chance to respond quickly. So here's how this is going to work. I will play a really crappy hand. What do I do? Okay, you know what? I don't have a whole lot of choice here. So let's play this card. So I'm going to play this rookie. This rookie has no immediate effect. So what that means is I do that immediate effect, which is nothing, and then my opponent gets his hits. So now the AI will get a double. So I move his guy to second base. But now, after he does that, I threaten. So I'm going to threaten 2 slow singles. So I'm going to put 2 guys on home plate. And so it's interesting. You're only playing 1 card, and it's not a player per se, but it's an inning. It's the highlights of the inning. So it's kind of interesting that you have 2 guys being played from 1 card, but that's thematically what's happening.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's simulating, as a batter, you may get a really good hit off of the ball, but then the defense has an opportunity to make a play on what you do, right?
Yep,
so
exactly.
It's kind of, to me, it kind of feels like it's simulating that, where so now you just threaten 2 singles, which 2 singles doesn't necessarily make sense in the purview of like a single batter taking a single bat against the ball, but this is basically the defense trying to play against that in that inning.
Right. And basically how the runners work is the slow runners will, if you hit a single, they'll run 1 base. Hit a double, they run 2 bases, triple, 3 bases, so on and so forth. So they run the base value. The fast runners, the red guys, will do that, but run 1 extra base. So a single becomes a 2 bases for them, double, 3 bases, so on and so forth. Then the average guys are a little different. They act exactly like slow runners, with the exception of if they're on second base and a single is hit, they will run home. So that's all you have to know for those. And we'll see how it works here a little bit. So anyway, I'm threatening 2 singles. Slow speed. We'll see what the computer does. The computer is going to play. Ooh, what is this? Gambler. Draw the top card of the free agent deck. Use that card's hitboxes and remove card from the game. Okay, so instead of this guy, this payoff guy, we are going to use that other card's hitboxes. But this is not a defensive ability, so I'm going to get my 2 singles in. So let's resolve that right now. Average runner is going to run 1 base. There's my first single. My second signal, this average runner is going to run home. So he's going to run home, and then the other guy is going to run 1 base. So I scored 1 run. Now, let's finish off this payoff. Draw the top card of the free agent deck and use that card's hitboxes and remove card from game. Okay, so it got... Oh, that's an 8 cost card. That would be pretty good to steal. Anyway. You know what? I lucked out.
That's awesome, dude.
There's no hitboxes in here, so that's pretty awesome. So that card gets removed from the game. Okay. Now, what do I do? Let's see. Okay. Let's play this card, my beast. Oops. So this card, remove from the game and replace with the top card of the agent deck. So this card is going to be removed, and I get... okay. This guy. 36. So stolen base happens right away. Advance all average and fast runners 1 base. Oh, that's good because I just have slow runners. So that's a whiff. But the nice thing is I get a single and a double threats with fast runners. So I'll put those on home plate. Now the computer will go. Oh, here it comes. Just a matter of time. Immediate effect, cancel 1 hit. So what does that mean? That means if I go back to my previous card, these singles and doubles are my hits. And so the computer is going to cancel one of those 2. And in this case, it's going to cancel the bigger of the 2. So my double is gone. So that's what happened there. So I did that, and I am going to resolve my single now. So all my guys are going to run 1 base. And then the computer gets a threaten. So that's going to threaten a fast single. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Let's see.
It's looking pretty good for you, Steve.
Doing okay. Doing okay. Problem is, I have these slow runners in front of my fast runners, so I need to get them off the base. So.
Yeah, you have a really weird coach working for you who's like, okay, no, here's what we're going to do. The fat people are going to bat first. Skinny speeds, you're going last in the lineup.
Yep. I probably should have played this smarter, but that's okay.
No, man, you're doing fine. Scoreboard, Steve, scoreboard.
Oh, man, that's going to suck. Yeah, it's true. Okay, let's try this one. I'm going to threaten 2 slow singles. So that's the same card as I had before. Computer plays. So it goes here. Computer's going to play a card, and it plays... Oh, God. Magna Glove. Cancel 2 hits. So, womp womp. Oh, you know what? I cheated. I forgot to resolve the computer's hits last time, so it would have had a fast single, which would have scored this runner.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then they're going to threaten an average... Oh, no, they're having hits. They just canceled 2 hits. So that's good. So, tied up. I've got bases loaded, but I'm not really doing much.
Unfortunately, you don't have a home run card, huh?
Nope. Okay, let's try this one. I'm going to threaten an average single. So, do that. Computer plays. Rally. If behind, 2 singles. Well, that's fortuitous that we're tied, so that doesn't trigger. And then no hitboxes. So, wow, I'm getting lucky here. So now I get the rally doesn't trigger. I get my hits, so I get my single. So 1 slow guy will score. I'm now winning. And these guys advance 1 base. And doesn't have any hitboxes, so that's nice. Okay, and then I got my last card to play. Stolen base. Advance all average and fast base runners 1 base. Unfortunately, I've got a slow guy who's holding everyone back, so that doesn't happen. But I do threaten 2 average single runners. And the computer will play its last card. So you can hold out this win. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, so no immediate effect. I get my 2 singles. 1, 2, so I get 2 runs scored. So first, let me do this in order here. This guy scores. It's 1 run. And he's going to run actually 2 bases, so he's going to score. He's going to go to second, and then he's going to go first. Okay, then my second single happens. He's going to run home. And he's going to single and single. Okay.
Dude, I think you got this in the bag.
Maybe. Actually, I think I do. So this guy is going to threaten 2 home runs. Now, here's the interesting thing about this game. I don't have any cards in my hand. So but the home guy plays his last card, so because of how the game works, you can't respond to the home person's last card. So the game has what's called a visitor save. And what that means is you can choose to play your card on deck, or you can play the top card of your deck, and you only resolve the immediate effect. And basically, this is a chance to stop whatever's happening on this side. And I'm going to opt to do that just to rub it in. So I'm going to opt to play my on-deck card, which says cancel a hit. So I'm going to cancel one of those home runs. So he's going to score, the other home run triggers, and he's going to score 2 runs. And so that will be, this gets discarded, and that will be game. I actually pulled it off with 5-3. So that was fortuitous. Okay, so that's one game, and so now we'll keep playing and see if we can keep this winning streak alive. So now between every game, we add up the revenue and buy new cards, just like before. Oh. One thing, I actually didn't miss a rule, sorry guys, is when you buy, I'm going to do it right now, whenever you buy cards, you're supposed to remove cards from your deck and from the game. So I'm going to do that real quick, because I bought 2 cards last game, I forgot to do that. Okay, so let's see, how much money do I have? Because basically how the game works is you always have a deck of 15 cards, because that's your team roster and it never changes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 money. And looking at what's out here.
I think you should ask the peanut gallery what kind of card you should buy.
Yeah, what do you guys want?
What do you
Let's
think?
see. There's some offensive cards or defensive cards, so the categories that way. Let's see. Let me just pull out some of these cards that are catching my eye. Some of them I can't even afford, so I'm not even bother with those. Cloning.
How many games are you supposed to play, Steve?
We're playing a series, so it's best of 7.
Okay, I was gonna say that seemed like it's almost like that was just a round.
Yeah, that's a game. So
it's a baseball game, but I'm saying like game-wise, it feels like a round.
yes, that's true. Yep.
I'm not saying much because I don't really. I'm just watching.
Okay, so this one looks kind of interesting. I'm gonna pull this one out for the peanut gallery here. Xerox. See, this is average single. He's got an ability called cloning. You may use any immediate action you have already played in this game. So it lets me duplicate another action, which is kind of cool.
What's the red again?
The what?
The red triangle or a diamond?
Oh, that's the money.
That's
so
how much it costs?
Yeah, that's how much it costs. I have 7 to spend, so that's one of them I can afford. The other one I was looking at.
This seems pretty good.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. This one's pretty good too. Costs 4. Gives 2 revenue, which is nice, and it can cancel a hit, and so it has a double, a slow double, which wasn't too bad.
Well, the one thing I noticed in some of the cards you were playing was that they seemed to, you had a few special abilities that would play nicely for average or fast runners.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking this Xerox might be the best one. So let's go ahead. I agree with you. And I'm going to buy that guy, and what happens is I need to remove one of these other cards from my deck from the game.
Get rid of the cupcakes.
Get rid of the cupcakes, exactly. So he is back to the minor leagues, and this guy will go on top of my deck. Okay. Let's do another round. So normally when you play this game, once you finish a game, you switch home and visitors. But with the computer's always home and you're always visitor. So that's how that's going to work. Okay, let me replace that. Okay, draw my next game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You said the computer is always home?
Computer's always home, yep, when you play a solo game. Okay, so first thing is I get to put a card on deck. I'm looking at what I have. I don't have anything. God, this is not a very good hand. Okay. I am going to put this guy on deck. Draw another card. So I'm always playing with 6. And now we can start the game. I always like to do a reminder to make sure I'm not skipping turns. I always grab 6 cards for the AI. So I'll turn sideways so I know where we are. Okay, let's do this. So my first card. Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to start off with a double. Average speed double. So I'm threatening that. Computer plays. Fastball. Cancel all hits versus a natural. So, looking back at my previous card, it was a robot, so luckily that doesn't happen, because if that was a natural, it would cancel all my hits. So I get my average double, and then he threatens a average single. And I'll point this out too. So far, you've only seen cards that have revenues of 2 max, but they do go higher. So here's an example. Here's a 3 revenue.
How high do they go up?
I think I've seen 4. I don't really keep tabs too much, but I think I did see a 4 out there at one point.
Wow.
Okay, so he's doing an average single. I think I'm not going to bother worrying about it right now. And yeah. And I'm going to play this rookie card. So no immediate effect. He gets his average single. Then I'm going to threaten an average single as well. Okay, so let's see what he does. Flipping. Riley, if behind, which he isn't, your next player adds a home run to the hitbox. Oh my god. So I'm lucky he's not behind. So basically, to elaborate what that means a little bit, let me pull off one of these other cards. So here you've got a hitbox with a double. Basically, it would add a home run to that card. So some of the cards, like this guy, you might have asked the question, well, why the heck does he have a speed when he has no hitboxes there? Well, there's why. You can actually add hitboxes to player cards. So that's an example of what that would do. So luckily, that does not happen. I get my average single, which will send my average runner from second base to home. Score a run. Now he's behind. Then he's going to threaten 3 slow singles. Okay. What am I going to do against that?
So I'm guessing technically the order of play is you do what's in that box before your base runners actually activate.
That's correct.
So technically you guys were tied and he wasn't behind.
Correct. That's correct. Well, I don't have much to respond against that. So let's do play this card. There's no immediate effect. He's going to get his singles. So first single is going to move his average speed to second base. Second single is going to send that guy home, so he scores a run. And then third single is going to load the bases. Then I'm going to threaten a slow double. Okay, let's see what he does against my slow double. Knuckleball. Reduce all hits by 1 base.
Oh.
So, yeah, my double will now become a single. So, I'll go ahead and resolve that. And just for your knowledge, if I had a single played, he would reduce a single to no hits. So, that could be brutal. Now he threatens a average speed triple, which is awesome to hear when he's got the bases loaded.
Oh man! So you could play like a card with 3 singles on it, and that knuckleball would take them all out.
Yes. Yes, correct.
That's brutal.
Yep. Okay, so what am I going to do? He's got the bases loaded. He's threatening a triple. Well, I think I don't have much to respond. I'm going to play this card. Change all hits to walks. So his triple becomes a walk. So all his runners are going to advance one base only. So he just gets one run out of that rather than 3. Okay, so now he is winning. And I'm not threatening anything with this card. Okay, so his turn. He's on the offensive right now. Cancel all hits versus robot, which doesn't matter. I didn't have any hits to begin with. And he's going to threaten a double and a home run. Oh my god. Base loaded, just pouring on the sulfur in the womb. Jeez. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay, I do have an answer, kind of. I'm gonna play that Zerbox card we purchased just last turn. Cloning. Use any immediate action you have already played in this game. I'm gonna choose my walk one. Change all hits to walks. So his double and home run are gonna become 2 walks. So these 2 guys are gonna score. He's gonna walk that base, and he's gonna be bloated. And then I threaten an average single.
And now that average runner on the computer side didn't score because those were walks and not hits.
Exactly.
Got it.
Okay, and then his response to that will be cancel 1 hit. Oh, perfect.
Man.
Okay, so that does not. I have no other guys moving, and then he's gonna threaten 2 average singles. This is normally how the computer plays.
Oh gosh.
Well. Oh.
This looks as rough as like Shadow on Crossfire.
Yeah, it could be really hard. Okay, I'm gonna play this card. Cancel all hits versus a robot. Unfortunately, the last card was a natural, so he's gonna get his 2 singles, which is gonna send. He's gonna score. That's the first single. Second single is this guy's gonna score. Okay, so 6-1. This is awesome.
Close game.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm going to threaten 3 average singles. So I'll get some runs in, hopefully. And then his card, respond to that one. Oh, yeah, of course. Double play. Remove up to 2 base runners. No, not fast. So all my base runners are gone. And then I get my 3 singles. So 1, second single, and my last single will actually send this guy home. So I get 1 run out of that whole deal. And he's threatening a fast single. Oh, man, what do I even have? That does... Okay, my on-deck card doesn't do anything against that. So I'm going for a Hail Mary. I'm going to see just what my top card is. Pick off 1 base runner. Okay, cool. Well, that saves. Let me think about this. Yeah, I'm gonna pick off this runner here. So he gets a single, which is gonna score these 2 guys.
I was gonna say, wouldn't you have wanted to get the guy on second base?
You're right. That would have made more sense because if I did that, then this guy's gonna score and he's just gonna advance 1. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, not that it not that it matters.
It doesn't matter. So got my butt whooped. 7-2. That was rough. Oh. He won that game. Okay, let's see if we can come back. My revenue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again. So let's see, what do we got for choices? Okay, I've got 2 of them I'm eyeing, and I'll ask you guys for your opinion. I'm eyeing this guy, Model 6. Quick eye, single if you're cyborg. So what that means is, if the other card is cyborg when I play this, I will immediately get a single. And then I would threaten a double and a single on top of that. Because I think I saw a number of cyborgs in his deck. So I know he's got a bunch of them. So that should be able to trigger. The other one I'm eyeing, this is a defensive card, is this. Closer. If ahead, cancel all hits versus any player. So if I get an early lead, I can totally just ignore a card.
I'm gonna pull the jerk move here, Steve, and brought up the fact that you just lost 7-2.
Okay. Way to go, jerk.
A card that says if ahead.
Fine, I will get Model 6. And I'm going to send one of these guys back to the minor leagues. Let's see. Yeah, I get this guy back to minor leagues. He's gone. Okay, let's clear the bases. Let's start another game. Oh, this time it's a little bit better. Draw my... Oh, and my on-deck card I never actually played. You can keep it there between games. In this case, I'm going to discard it. I'd rather put a different card down there. So, draw my 2 cards. My lineup is gone. Shuffle my deck. Draw 3, 4, 5, 6. And now, put 1 card on deck. Let's put this guy on deck. Draw another card. Okay. Now, set the computer up for the next game. Only 3 cards there, so now we're going to shuffle his dugout. And the computer never has an on deck, plays an on deck card, so you don't have to worry about that. 2, 3. Okay. We are ready for the next game. So, I'm going to start off, and I'm going to start off positively with this card. Lead off. If this is your first card played, get a single. That's average speed. Computer. Rally, if behind, 2 singles. Oh my god. So, luckily it doesn't do anything. And no hits being threatened, so that just kind of whiffles a little bit. Second card. Okay, what do you guys... I do have a card in my hand. Let me ask you guys this. I've got 1 card that has flow runners on it. Should I play them now, or should I wait a little bit towards the end of the game? Because they're going to slow up my average speed runners, which are the rest of my hand.
What do you think, Howard? Oh,
I don't know.
I
I have a home run in my hand too, so I could potentially try to get him on base and home run real quick, or try to end with a home run.
I mean, do you have any other abilities that work off of fast runners, or is it just purely a decision based on the speed of the runners?
This is purely on speed. I don't have any abilities that play off it in my hand right now.
I like your double single home run strategy to try to get a quick lead.
Okay, let's try it. So let's play this one. Threaten 2 singles, slow speed. Computer's response. Double play. Remove up to 2 base runners. So my average guy's gone. Then I get my 2 singles. And he threatens a fast single. Okay, that was a natural. Well, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to threaten an average single. So he's going to get his fast single, and then I threaten. Okay, his response. Cancel hit. Oh, perfect.
Well, at least it didn't kill your home run.
That's true. I'm glad. I'm glad I kind of looked out there. And then they will threaten a fast single. Okay, they got some fast runners starting off here. Okay, I am going to let that fast single happen. So what's going to happen is this first base runner is going to run 2 bases because he's fast, and the other guy's going to get his single. Then I threaten my average double. So let's see what happens next. Computer plays. Fastball. Cancel all hits versus natural. Luckily, that was a robot, so I'm okay. But they are... So I get my double. So 1-2. That guy scores. 1-2. He's on third base, and he's there. So I do have 1 run. 1 run to 0. I'm actually winning. Not for long.
Oh, Steve.
Average triple. That's a cyborg. So this is why I waited. Now I'm going to play the card we just purchased. Model SK. So quick guy, single if first cyborg. And that was a cyborg I just played, so I'm going to immediately get an average single. So that's going to let the slow runner score, and then this other average speed runner is going to score because it's a single. So I get 2 runs from that. But the bad thing is, now his triple resolves. So that's going to send all these guys home. And he's going to be on third base. So score is 3-2. It's going to be a close one. Holy cow. Oh, and I also threaten my double and single. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, let me discard this card. Bat 44, stolen base. Advance all average and fast base runners 1 base. Oh, great. So he steals home. So now it's tied up. But now I get my double and single. So my double happens. This guy's going to run 2 bases. Going to go to double. And then my single happens, which is going to send both these guys home. So that was pretty nice. But now he's threatening an average triple. Okay. I got 1 card left. Oh, sorry, no. I lied. I was the wrong card. I'm looking at this guy here. He threatens a single on double. Okay, so we'll do that. Last card. Threatening an average home run.
Oh, snap.
See if this triggers. We'll see if we get lucky. Computer responds with... Cloning. Use any immediate action you have already played in this game. Well, that sucks. They would choose cancel a hit. Yeah. They would choose cancel a hit. So that home run doesn't happen.
Oh.
And then, oh, wait, I forgot to give them their double, single, and then double, single, and then double. And then they're threatening a single and a home run. Oh my god. Okay. So the score is 3-5. They've got runners on second and third, and it's threatening a single and a home run. So that's 4 runs potentially scored, which is going to put them at 7 runs to my 5. I have to do something against this. Otherwise I lose.
And
Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to play my on-deck card. Clutch! Clutch! Curveball. Cancel all hits versus robot. That last card was a robot. So his single and home run never happened. Both get canceled. Whew!
Hey.
Lucked out. So I did squeak the win. That was really close.
Man, this computer looks easy, Steve. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's interesting because it's technically just randomly 15 cards from the deck, but for some odd reason it works. I can't explain it. Okay, so how much money do I have? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 money. Send this guy to minor leagues. What do you buy with 8 money? And you can buy more than 1 card. but it's the lowest card I've seen is 4, so it's kind of hard to do that. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'd suggest, and I'll ask for you guys' opinion again, to stick with the offensive strategy. So I'm thinking this guy. So he has a clutch double. So what that means is if I have a runner on second or third, and I play this, the immediate effect will happen, which means I will get a double right then and there. And my runners will run. So I'll be able to score some runs and then also threaten. So this is a pretty highly offensive card. The other thought is I could purchase... I could purchase this, but that gives a slow guy, cancels a hit. I could potentially purchase another card if it's another 4.
Boo.
Okay, that's why.
No slow people.
No slow people, okay. And I'm not going to buy anything if I'm ahead or behind because that's so hard to keep track to do in this game because of the computer. So I'm going to buy, yeah, I think I'll buy this card. So he goes on top of my deck.
And then you have to get rid of somebody that you just played that round, right?
Yep, I kicked him off already. I sent a rookie back to minor leagues.
Good. We don't want him.
So, okay, let's see how we can do. Let's do another round. So draw my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a guy on. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna put a defensive card on deck, and I'm gonna ask for you guys' opinion on this. I could do this card, cancel a hit. I could put this card on there, pick off a base runner, or this last card, walk, change all hits to walks. What do you think should go on deck? All hits to walks, pick off someone, or cancel a hit.
What do you guys think?
The other thing to consider is I kind of want to thin my deck of these 1-cost cards. So if I keep this in my hand and don't put it on deck, I can remove it from the game every time I buy someone. And so I'm thinking about putting this 2 on deck instead. Pick up a base runner. So if no one has any other objections, I might just do that. Okay.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Let's do it. So I'll put that on deck. These guys go back to my hand, and then I draw my other cards. So I have 6 cards. Okay, this gets discarded. 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm winning 2 games to 1 game. Start off. In hindsight, this isn't that good. I have so many defensive cards. Okay. Let's do this. Let's play with this veteran. Stolen base, which doesn't do anything, unfortunately, but I'm going to threaten 2 average singles. So, that happens. Computer! What are they going to do? Cancel all hits versus natural. Luckily that was a robot, so I get my 2 singles. First single, and the second single. And then they threaten an average single. Okay, second card.
Oh, you need to reset the score, Steve.
Oh, thank you.
Nope.
I was trying to cheat, but you caught me, unfortunately.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, way to go. I'm not gonna care about that single. Let's let that happen. Let's make it interesting. Okay, question for you guys. do I play this cloning card, which means I can play the stolen base card I just played, or do I play my clutch card and then I get I score a bunch of runs right now, and then I can clone the clutch later. Actually, now that I'm talking out loud, it might make sense to play this guy first, because that way I can clone either the stolen bases or the clutch. So let's do that. Let's play this guy. Clutch double.
I think that's the direction I would have leaned.
So let me explain how this works. This clutch double, if I have a runner on second and third, it triggers, and I do. I have a runner on second. So what happens is all the runners will advance the hit plus 1. So in this case, it's a double, so they will actually run, instead of 2 bases, they're going to run 3 bases. So that's going to have, well, everyone score. So both those guys score. That's 2 runs. And then I get a double. So my average speed doubles there. So that's how that works. And then we resolve the computer, and it's going to get his single. Then I'm going to threaten my average double. So that wasn't too bad. So let's see what the computer does against that. Cancels a hit. Of course you would. So that's gone. And then they threaten 2 average singles. Okay. Now what do we do? Do I let them score 1? Probably not. Let's not do that. Let's play this card. Cancel a hit. So one of their singles is gone, and then they resolve a single. And I don't have any hits, so I'm not threatening anything. So their card goes Gambler. Draw the top card of the free agent deck, use that card's hitboxes, and remove that card from the game. So let's just see what happens. So the hitboxes they get are 2 fast singles. Okay, and that's... So, yep, that's removed from the game. What can I do? Okay, I do have an answer for this. Because that was a robot ability that triggered, I'm going to play this card. Curveball. Cancel all hits versus robot. So those hits are gone. So hang on to my 2-run lead, but unfortunately I don't have any hitboxes, so nothing's going to happen with this card. Computer plays. Magnet Glove, cancel 2 hits, which luckily I didn't have any hits, so it doesn't do anything. Also, they're not threatening anything, so nothing happens there. Okay, so we'll get a little reprieve in this game. I'm going to play Zerbox. And I get to use any immediate action I've played already. I'm going to do the double, a clutch double. So what that means is this guy's going to score, and I get my double, and then I'm going to threaten an average single with that guy. So hopefully I get a couple more runs out of this. Let's see what the computer does. Rally, if behind, what's the R?
Well,
Your next player adds a home run to their hitbox. Oh my god. And then they get 3 singles out of that. This is going to be bad. Yeah, this is not good. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Don't have much choice, unfortunately. This card has the pinch hit ability, so I'm going to discard it. And I'm going to play that card on deck, which was pick off a base runner. So I'm going to pick off the second base runner. And then they are going to resolve their singles. So first single, second single, which is going to send this guy home, and then third single. Okay, and the last card.
and did they get a home run from that too, Steve?
Not yet.
Didn't they have to add a home run?
Yes, but that's to the next player's
Got it.
hitbox, which is this last card. So, what do? Knuckleball. Reduce all hits by 1 base, so my single doesn't resolve, fortunately. Oh my gosh. And then they are threatening an average triple.
Oof.
And actually an average home run. So this one gets the home run box. Oh god, this is so bad, guys. I don't. That's the last card. I don't have any cards left. I already played my on deck card, so I'm going for Hail Mary and see what my top card does, if anything. Stolen base. Advance all average and fast runners 1 base. So that happens, and that's it. So now they get the triple, which is going to score 1, 2, 3. And then the home run, which is going to score another additional 2. So it's 5 runs.
Oh.
7 runs to my 3. Come back and just annihilate me at the bottom of the 6th inning.
Brutal.
Brutal is right. So he tied up the series. This is being a slugfest here. Okay, keep going. Let's see what I got now. How much money do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I have 9 money now because I've been upgrading, so that's excellent. I have more options. So, okay. Couple choices. Torn between these two. Cyborg, walk. Change all hits to walks, and then he has an average single and average home run.
Cool.
That's pretty nice. The other guy, also 9 with 2 revenue. Stolen base events all average and fast base runners 1 base, and I've been thinning my deck of all the slow cards, so that's a nice chance of triggering. And the nice thing is he has 3 fast singles.
And you're gonna get him next turn.
Right.
I don't know. And I think I would lean in that direction, but that's just me.
They're both really good choices, and I'm okay with that. Let's try it. Stealing bases are fun anyway. Okay, so that goes on top of the deck. This gets discarded. I kicked off a rookie, so he's back to minor leagues from buying that card, and I need to shuffle. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these guys get discarded. Get some more cards. Let's see. 3. Oops. Okay, there's 6 cards for him. Just a second. I did drop a card on the floor, so let me grab that real quick. Okay, so he's ready to go. We reset the scores this time. And we'll start the next game. Okay. I'm going to put this curve, cancel all hits versus robot, on deck. So we'll see how that works out. Draw my other card. Perfect. Okay, start off the game with a leadoff card. This is your first card played, get a single. I don't threaten anything. Next card, AI. What do they do? Magna Glove, cancel 2 hits. Luckily, I didn't have any hits, so that worked out okay. And he's not threatening anything. So I lucked out there. Second card, let's see. We will do... Yeah, let's make this interesting. Average single. Look at my hand. This is going to be a pretty offensive game for what I have seen in my hand. But he's playing defensively. Knuckleball, reduce all hits by 1 base, so my single doesn't happen. And he threatens an average triple.
Ouch.
Okay, that's how this game's going to go, apparently.
He says, "Take that, Steve."
That's right. Okay. Let's do this guy. Sprint 36. Stolen base. Advance all average and fast base runners 1 base. So he advances. And then his triple occurs. So he goes to triple, and then I have threatened a single and a double fast speed. Okay, let's see what happens now. His response to that, cancel 1 hit. So he's going to cancel my double. I get my fast single, which is going to send this guy home. And they threaten a fast single. So I'm up 1-0, but they're going to send their guy home likely. Yeah, let's, ooh. Let's play this. Change all hits to walks. So now, instead of getting his, well, he gets on base, but he doesn't actually score. So that actually worked out okay.
Yeah, that was nice.
Okay, but I'm not threatening anything. So let's see what the computer does. Cancel all hits versus robot. Doesn't matter, I don't have any hits anyway. And he's going to threaten a double and a home run. Oh my god. Okay, it's not looking too good. Yep, so I'm going to play this card, Stolen Base. Advance all average and fast base runners 1 base. So he advances, and now he gets his hits. So the double is going to happen, which is going to send him home. This guy's going to run 3 bases, which is also going to be home. That's 2, and then he gets his double. And then he gets his home run, which is going to send both these guys home. Another 2 runs. So 4-1, he just took the lead. But I'm threatening 3 fast singles. So hopefully that'll help give me some runs. Next card.
Hopefully he doesn't cancel all hits on you.
Don't jinx it.
I'm knocking on wood.
Yeah. Clutch single. Nice thing is he has no guys on second or third, so that doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna get my my singles. First single. And this guy's gonna run 1 base plus 1, so 2 bases. He scores. Second single, he's going to run 2 bases. He goes to first base. And third single, he's going to come home. He's going to run 2 bases. He's going to first. So I'm only trailing by 1 run, and I've got 2 fast runners. So that's nice. And they threaten an average double. Okay. My last card. Let's see if this works. Average home run.
Ooh.
Go for the Hail Mary.
Holy cow.
So see what he does against that card. Oh my god, nothing! But he has see ya. Oh crap. Oh crap. So I get my home run. So I get 3 runs. 1, 2, 3. But he gets to threaten. Oh wait, he gets his double. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And he threatens 2 home runs.
Which would be another 3 points for him, so that'll be the win.
Right. So.
If you can't stop it.
Oh my god. Okay, what do I got on deck? Clutch card! Clutch card! Boom! Cancel hits versus robot.
Wow.
No home runs. Whew. Lucked out. I'm glad I put that card there. So, won that game.
Yeah, I think your team, like, your pitcher was just facing Babe Ruth there and was, like, sweating buckets.
I think he was.
Like, please, I hope this pitch works. Okay,
so send someone to minor leagues. Oh, wait, how much money do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 money. Okay, what to buy? There's not too many choices that are jumping at me at this point. Now, the interesting thing is, I just need win one more game. So, we'll see how this works. Okay, because I have 8, I'm tempted to buy this card. 2 average singles, and that's all it does. But the interesting thing is, it only costs 4. I could potentially buy a second card if there's another 4 cost coming out. Now, there's another 4 cost available, and it's this guy. So worst case scenario, I can buy him as well, and he cancels a hit and does a slow double. So I might try to buy 2 cards this round. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to buy this card first. See what the replacement card is. And that card costs too much to buy. So I'm going to buy the second card, this guy. And I have to send another guy back to the minor leagues because of that. So let's send this guy back to the minor leagues. Okay. Okay, reset the scores. This gets discarded.
And now you can, so you're continuing to play, but essentially you could decide like up front how many games you wanted to play, right? Like a series of 3, a series of 5, or a series of 7, or is it different with solo?
You can do whatever you want, honestly. It doesn't matter. I'm doing the official rules, which say best of 7.
Yeah.
So because it's 3-2, I need one more to seal the deal.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like with as hard as the computer is, that it makes sense to go to 7, because that many games in, you're actually going to get to use a lot of your good cards and have a fighting chance.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, by playing so many games, you have so many buys, you see your deck change and evolve and become actually pretty awesome. So I got lucked out in the first game, and I was struggling midway, but I think it's, knock on wood, coming back a little bit here.
I'd say it's definitely looking like in your favor. Looking in your favor. I think that first win was pretty clutch.
Okay, I'm going to take this cancel a hit guy and put him on deck. Draw another card. I think we're ready to play. So, what to start with? Okay, let's start off with a single. Threatening average single. Just need one more game. Gambler. Okay, so I get my average single. And he gets to draw the top card of the free agent deck and use that card's hit boxes instead. So its hit boxes is a home run. Oh, great. So he's threatening an average home run. Just come out swinging. Okay, that's a robot. Nothing I can really do against that. But I will play this guy instead.
I feel like this early in the game, home runs aren't too detrimental.
Hopefully, we'll find. Well, we haven't had a tie game yet, and I'm kind of hoping that happens because it's pretty exciting when that happens. So, okay, his home run happens, so he runs the bases, scores, and I threaten 2 singles, average singles. So, second card, let's see what happens. Cloning! Use the immediate action. You've already played this game. Well, he only has one choice, which is the gambler. So, oh, interesting. So he's going to get these hit boxes plus whatever the gambler shows. So before that happens, let's resolve these singles. Here's my first single. Second single is going to send this average guy home. So we're tied up 1-1. Okay, let's see what happens. Top card of the deck. Oh my god, so lucky. No hit boxes. Okay, so he just gets to threaten average and single and home run average speed. That's a robot. Okay, I think it's time to try to sneak some runs in. So I'm going to do my clutch double because I have a guy in second base. So that means all these guys are going to run 3 bases, which means they both score. So 2 runs there, and I get a double. It's the clutch double. And then we resolve his hits, so a single and then a home run. So he's going to score 2 as well. And then I threaten an average double. So we're tied up. Got a guy in second and home. Let's see what happens. So that guy goes on here. Computer plays. Response. Rally if behind. Oh, we're tied, so nothing happens there. But he's going to threaten 3 slow singles. Okay, and that's a natural, which I don't think I have any responses to a natural. Oh, but I get my double. So he scores. Okay, here's another one. Cloning. Use any immediate action you have already played this game. I'm going to do the clutch double again. So this guy's going to score. And I get my clutch double. And then I'm going to threaten average single speed. Okay. And then he's going to get his 3 singles, which is going to result in bases loaded. Okay, his response to that play. Double play, remove up to 2 base runners. Oh, man. That kind of sucked. Okay, then I get my single, and he threatens a fast single. 5-3, bases loaded on him. That's just not looking too good. It's a natural, which I don't have any responses to in my deck. So let's go ahead and play this card. So his fast single is going to occur. It's going to send this guy home. And I get to threaten a average double. Computer player. Cancel all hits versus natural. Luckily that was a robot, so it doesn't happen. And then he's going to threaten an average single. He's just loading up the point right now. Not looking too good. But that's with a cyborg.
But they're all behind slow runners, too. So.
They are, so that's good. The nice thing is that was a cyborg, and I luckily saved this card for last. Quick guy. I get a single versus cyborg, so right now I get a single right away. Oh, wait, I didn't resolve my hit, sorry. So I get my double. So 1, 2. And then I get a single right away, which is going to send these 2 guys home.
Nice.
And then I'm going to threaten a double and a single, and he gets his single resolved. So, it's be like that. Okay. So that was my last card played. Let's see his last card. It's 5-7. It's going to be a close one. Cancel a hit. Oh, son of a gun. Okay. So, cancels my double. I get my single, so he advances like that. And he threatens 2 average singles. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Okay. So if this goes off, it's going to tie. And nice thing is, I will play my on-deck card, cancel a hit, cancels one of those singles. So he only scores 1 run. So the final score would be 6-7. I get the final game. So I did win, squeaking the win.
Yeah.
Now, just for kicks, let's say that didn't happen. Let's say you guys 2 singles. So what would happen? Score. Yeah, like this. It would have been like this.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Would that red guy have scored?
Well, so basically how it works, let's rewind. 2 average singles, and it was, help me remember this, it was here, here, yeah, like this.
I think the red was on second.
Red was on second?
Yep.
Yeah, and you had a blue on first.
Blue on first?
Yep.
Okay, so let's resolve this in order. So a single happens, so he scores, he's going to run 2 bases now, so they both score, he goes here. Second single, he's going to run home.
Wait, but you canceled one of them, though.
Yeah, I'm saying if I didn't. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second.
Yeah, so the first single would have scored 2, right?
Actually, I think it's a tie game regardless. Hold on, I don't think I won. Let's do this. I think I cheated. I'm trying to move too fast here. So help me, what was the setting of those bases?
Yeah, you got it. And then there was a white on third and a blue on first, right?
Okay.
Corey?
Because I think it's going to be tied in this scenario. I think you're right, Howard.
That's
So
cool. Whoever.
single, oh, no, this is right. Single happens, and he's going to run home, so it's going to be 2 runs.
He secretly wishes you were Howard, Corey.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. My bad. Yeah, so that's going to score 2 runs, and yeah, we're actually tied up. I think you're right. I think I cheated because he does score 2 runs rather than the one I thought, so it is tied up with how we're played. So this is a real deal.
There you go, man. Overtime.
Overtime.
You asked for it, you shall receive.
This is happening. Okay, so what happens is we keep the bases as you see fit. And what happens is you draw 3 cards each, and you're going to look at this hand. And you are going to take turns playing the cards face down on your deck. So first is you play 1 card face down. Normally, with a real human player, they'll play a card face down. Then you will flip. You will simultaneously, you will do your immediate effect. Home person does their immediate effect first, and then the visitor team does their immediate effect. And then you simultaneously get your hits in. And then you check and see if the tie is broken. And if it is, the game ends, that person wins. If not, then you play a second card, and then a third. And if that happens, then you draw 3 more cards and do it again. So you keep going until someone actually wins. There's no tying in baseball. Now, with a computer player, they are just going to play the top card of the deck, so they don't get to look at 3 cards. So we have a little bit of advantage there. Now, the question is how to do this. Okay. I'm going to choose to play this card. Stolen bases. So we'll see what the computer does. So computer's home team, there happens first. Riley, if behind, 2 singles. Thank God they don't have 2 singles. So nothing happens there. I get to steal bases. And then we do our hits simultaneously. So I get 2 singles. And they don't have any hits, and so I'm going to score the run I need. So first single is going to happen. These guys are going to score. And the second single is going to happen, so it's going to happen like that. So 9-7, final score.
Crushed them.
So that is how extra innings work. Yeah, that's the game. So it was pretty close at the end there. So the interesting thing about this is the game is really well balanced, and I feel like a lot of times when I sit down and play this game, I have at least 1 instance of extra innings every time I sit down and play. And there's normally pretty close games, like you saw a few times where like clutch card, stop the runs, or clutch card, get the home run to win the game. So that's the main reason why I like this game so much, is because I feel like it's always close. Yeah, this is pretty much the whole game. You can start off, if you're playing against a human player, everyone plays the rookie teams, and you just play 3, 5 games, however series you want to do, it doesn't matter. Or you can, if you want to start off with a stack team, each of them do a buy rounds and take turns buying cards. Now, one thing I will mention is I have a lot of expansions in here. And the designers say that if you play with a lot of expansions, play with a free agent buy area of 10 cards, which you see here. But if you don't have a lot of expansions in there, the official rules are to just play with 6 cards out there. So that's the other difference I'll point out. But otherwise, that's the whole game.
So have you played this before, Corey?
Yeah, Steve and I went through just a quick demo a couple weekends ago. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I played at least 1 World Series with Steve. I can't remember how many times we played Steve, but yeah, I was definitely really impressed with the game. And probably the best part about it is then I had Katie play it, my wife, and she really enjoyed it a lot too. So yeah, this game is definitely high on my list.
I had the same experience with my wife too, Kim. I sat down. I wouldn't say she's a baseball fan, but she doesn't mind it. And we sat down and played, like, oh, I got a new game, let's play. It's pretty quick. And I said, we'll just play 3 quick games. Not a series, just 3 games. And we played them, and each game takes, well, you saw, you play 6 cards, and it takes, I don't know, 7 minutes to play a game. So we got done playing that. I'm like, okay, well, that's 3 games. That's all I asked. We can put this away. She's like, no, let's play again. Really? Yeah, I want to keep going. I'm like, okay. And we wound up playing, like, I don't know, like a best of 5 or series at that point. So, yeah, it's a really good indicator when the wife who doesn't consider herself a board gamer requests to play this game more and more. So
Yeah, that's like insta buy right there when that happens.
yeah. So after doing this, just recently some new expansions came out for this. A Big Fly and Errors expansion. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to get those at some point. And then they also gave more starting decks. So in the base game you get 4 starter decks, but now you can get 4 additional starter decks, and they're all unique. And then you can buy 8 additional starter decks on top of that, and they're duplicated decks from previously produced ones, but with different names, different city names. So it's feasible that if you have enough starter decks and you have enough mats and tokens, you can play. You have a little tournament. It wouldn't be hard to do. So yeah, that's the game. If you guys have any questions or anything else you want to see, if you want to see some of the cards, maybe I'll do that real quick.
Would you say, Steve, that this game is widely available, or is it difficult to find yet?
It was hard to find for a bit because it sold out, but they just got a new print run now, and so it's you can get it now. And there's different levels you can buy. There is the base game, which comes with the 4 starter decks and the free agent deck, which I'm trying to think what it starts at. It might be 30 cards. Don't quote me on. No, it's more than that. I can't remember how many. Actually, I got the rule book right here. Let me look and see if I can find it real quick. I don't remember how big the agent deck is to start. Base. Oh, here it is. 60 cards. So you have 60 cards in the free agent deck with a base game. Now, if you buy the deluxe expansion, you get. And this is what I bought. You get 5 expansions already in the box. You can buy these expansions separately, so it's not that big of a deal if you can piece it out. And each expansion is 15 cards, and they're just free agents. So you just mix them into the deck. With one exception, and I'll point this out, is you have a coaches expansion. And here's the coaches. Actually, let me switch cameras here. So here's the coaches. And they are a drafting mechanism. So instead of, like, they don't have a cost up here or revenue, you will take turns drafting them when you have a World Series. You have the option of playing them before each game, and they give you some awesome bonus. So, and the other cool thing is all of these are board game people. So, so there's some fun references in there. So that's one of the 15. Otherwise, other than that, the rest of the 15 card expansions all are free agent decks. So that's the deluxe one I have. Then there's a super deluxe, which just came out recently. And that one, instead of coming with 5 expansions, it comes with 7 expansions. So if you buy that one, you'll get everything except for 4 starter decks and then 8 of the duplicate starter decks. So you would have to get the starter teams on top of that to have everything. But I'm trying to remember now. I didn't put the expansions cards together for the first, I can't remember how many games I played. There's a lot of replayability in this game, so even if you don't get all the expansions right away, you'll be busy. But yeah, let me see if we can find some other. Oh, here's an interesting one. Teamwork. Double if you have already played 2 naturals in this game. So this might cause you to build a natural deck. There's some of the fun ones, like this guy. Fence Crusher just gives you 3 home runs. Let me see if there's any other abilities in here that you guys haven't seen. I think you guys saw most of them.
What would you say the most amount of money you've accumulated is in one hand or whatever to be able to purchase an expensive card? I mean, like this one's 14. Have you ever been able to get this one?
No, I haven't yet. I think I've done 11. 14 is really hard to do. So the other thing is, if you go into extra innings, all those cards you played in the extra innings go into your play deck or your in-play area, and you can use those cards revenue to buy cards. So if you do have extra innings game, that will help you buy these super expensive cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think when we played, I don't think I ever got more than like 10. You know, maybe I got up to like 11 one time, but yeah, I felt like it was pretty tough to get up to get close to 14. That's for sure.
You have to deck build for it, that's for sure.
Yeah, deck build it or have extra innings, like you say.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see, like, so Howard, after watching this, I'm curious to hear your thoughts because I think you were initially turned off on this game by the theme because you don't really care much for sports.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking. I mean, it looks like a deck builder to me still at the end of the day, and you have some combo powers, and you know, buy from a pool, and it's just the theme's really well integrated, and I still don't have any interest.
The baseball tie-in too. I didn't point this out, but the names are references to actual baseball players, with the exception of some of them aren't. Like Wiffle, actually, he's just a robot that has an awesome name. So, yeah, love it. This is a huge. I can't get enough of this game. So,
What if it was fantasy baseball, Howard, with like elves and awesome dwarves and things?
I don't think it'll help.
No? All right. I'm trying, man. I'm reaching.
It's already got cyborgs in it, so and robots, so it's the baseball. Just don't care.
Yeah.
yep. So, they do have rules for 3-player, which I've never tried, so I'll admit to that. I'm not sure how that would work either, but it says in the rulebook that it works. Take that with a grain of salt.
So it's 2 and 4. Steve, does it do 4?
2 and 4, yep. There's extra boards, so you can play 4-player, and then you can't see because I don't have the camera on.
So when they do 2 and 4, do you like combine scores between the two of you or something, or?
No, you do a tournament.
Oh, so all 4 of you play against each other then?
Yep.
Or do you play against one person and then if you beat them, you play the other winner? Is that how you do it, or?
Honestly, however you want.
Ah, okay.
It sounds like Ashes, where they put 2 to 4 on the box, but really it's a 2-player game.
Yeah, this is straight up a 2-player game, but you can have tournament with this. So.
I mean, I could definitely see how you could mix that up a bit, where like, you know, if you did it with 4 people, you could do like teams, and then basically like you take the lowest score from each team, you know, or do it something like that.
Yeah, you could probably make something like that work. I mean, the base system just works as you saw here for the most part, and then you can, however you want to do it with multiple people. It's up to the group. And I know people who have bought multiple sets, and you can play 8 players pretty easily. So.
Wow.
I think there's enough components in here to handle that if you had 2 base sets. So things you need for component-wise, you need some indicator for home and visitors. You need banners. You need markers for your hits. This has got plus 10 on the other side. That focuses. And then you just need indicator for your games won. So the free agent deck, I mean, that's huge. We weren't even getting close to going through that deck. So you'll have enough. You just need the starter teams, big enough free agent deck, and then enough random tokens, which you can substitute if you need be. So, but admittedly, I've never done more than 2 players yet. I want to do.
Are those unique, Steve?
What's that?
Are those all unique cards?
These cards?
Free agent?
Yeah, all of them unique. They have similar powers. Like you might see a couple of the powers repeated, but they're all unique. They have different stats and different hitboxes.
Cool.
So. Anything else? Okay, if not, thanks for watching, guys. We'll go offline. Thanks again.